Alright, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and a very good morning because I did this one in the morning. So I hope that you already start with your group assignment because currently we at week 9. Okay, so it's around like, because the due date will be on week 12, so I hope you will up on it. And as I posted in our group WhatsApp, if you don't understand, okay, every list of the firm that I give you, if let's say the list of the firm is number one, so you will get group one will get number one firm. Okay, if you are the group number two, your list firm will be the second URL link. Okay, the list of firm number two, and followed by three, four, five, six. That's the reason why I have to give you only just six group, because it's according to the number of the firm, the URL link. Okay, so I already asked asking help from the class rep Aziza to help me on to make it like you understand that firm one is for the group one, okay, firm two is for the group two, and then I hope that it can assist you on that. Okay, all right. So without further ado, I think that a long time I'm not doing this video record version, but lesson have to be goes on, right, and have to be proceed. And as you can see from here, for today topic is about the financing of innovation, which is related to on how as a entrepreneur they want to locate a certain of financial budget, and of course for what actually the thing that they can identify and the sources, okay, where they can get it, okay, in terms of the financing. And of course, because our subject more on entrepreneurship and new venture creation, so it's focusing more on the innovation. Okay, all right. So let's we start. Okay, so as in here you can see the content. If you look it, if you can find out this textbook, because I also didn't have the main textbook, because it's only have one copy in library. There is Scaper and Valerie for chapter 10 and Scaper Valerie chapter 15 for this topic. Is combination of two topic, okay? And you can see in here the first one, it will identify the obtaining finance for the new ventures, which is stage financing approach or life cycle of the financial support for innovation. And the next one, we have the preparations of the financial information. Okay, so under obtaining finance, which is where is the sources that you can have your finance, okay, and you can see there is a sources in here, okay, sources of finance, okay, and debt versus equity versus grant financing, okay, and also we have short-term versus long-term financing, and we do also have financing or different types of innovation. And also we have agent of finance, which is related to relative, okay, angels. VC is for venture creation, okay, or other words maybe like your joint venture partner, huh? And also we do have bank, okay, sorry, venture capital, sorry, venture capital, meaning to say your partner is joining your capitals together with you. And then we have banks and also shares, okay, also shares. And then we also have the nature of the venture capital VC market. And then we do have public finance support for entrepreneurships, and also we have government financial support for entrepreneurs. So in here is altogether we have eight points. And the next subtopic, which is I believe that in here is on chapter 10 for Scapo Valerie, and below here is for chapter 15. Okay, and for the preparations of the financial information, we have the purpose of why we have to provide, okay, and this financial information. Of course, as entrepreneur, when you are doing your business plan, this is a very crucial part to ensure that your potential investor, to potential grant or any kind of the sources that you want to locate, you want to identify, they will be convinced enough with your proposed business, okay? Because that's the reason why we have to provide them with this financial information. And the second one, types of the financial information, which is involving sales forecast, cash flow, profit and loss, balance sheets, and we do have the analyzing data, which is financial ratio and break even graph. Okay, I believe that for this subject we do not be expected to provide it, okay? But you in according to the firm that be listed, you have to actually more on you have to, how to say, you have to critics, you have to critics what is weaknesses, what is the strength of the company, and what is the opportunity and threats. And I already give you a few guidelines on how to do it, right? In terms like executive summary, on how they're doing their financial forecast, and how they do like the marketing plan. So this is the thing that you have to actually what we call can I say, it's not, it's like critics, but actually you give your point of view. Okay, so there is no wrong and right or wrong on that, because whatever that you critiques on that particular company that you got, okay, that the firm that you get, you have to come up with the support details. Okay, meaning to say you have to give like uh suggestion, okay? Maybe you should give argument why the reason you said so. Maybe for example, you found out when you read down the website firm, the firm is very lousy or very weak in terms of their human resource, or maybe you can say that the people that been hired in the company is not capable enough. So you have to come up with any article journals to support that in the company we have to hiring and recruiting the right people at the right place at the who said that, so you have support and argue with that. You get me? So every single of the argument and your opinion, I might say that your critics on that particular company, you have to give your suggestion, you have to give your support, okay? Not suggestion. Suggestions also recommended, but there must be a support from the article journals. So that's why you have to delegate the delegate the task to make sure that yes, you can, yeah, accomplish this group assignment well, okay? All right. And yeah, this is the venture capital, okay? Okay, we start with the venture capital first. Okay, so what is a venture capital? Okay, it's quite big, like I think it's already, yeah. Okay, venture capital. Venture capital, in other words, okay, I might say in easy word, okay, a simple word, is something like you asking for your partners, okay, in order to join venture. And when you are asking your partner to join venture, they also have some capital to join with you. So meaning to say you are combining and grouping or pooling a certain of the capital in order to start up your business. Okay, so as mentioned in here, venture capitalists, VCs, are independently managed, dedicated pool of capital that focus on equity investments and in high growth company. Equity investment meaning to say they are more focusing on like dividend. Investment dividend meaning to say it's like a same thing. You doing the investment in expectation that in return how much that you will get their result of the investment. For example, you invest 50,000, okay, and you expect that maybe after 5 years, okay, maybe dividends for the particular 50,000 will be become like 150,000, as for example, okay. So that is equity investment. ROI, return on investment, whatever that you invest, you expected in return, there will be get on you back. Of course, people invest in order to do that, right? So when considering an investment, VCs always take into account number one, what should venture capital consider. Okay, number one is the team. Who is your team? Okay, and the second one, who is the industry? Okay, who is the industry? And then they go with the business model. Okay, the business model and technology. And then we also have like the business, meaning to say like, if let's say the business model and technology is um let's say like the team. Okay, I start with the team that, okay, the team is who is your people, who you want to relocate among your partners. Okay, when partners for your venture capital. And the second one, the industry. Okay, if let's say you are involving in a business of food and beverages industry, F&B, or maybe you are involving in the kind of industry like technology, or maybe you involved in like business sports apparel. Okay, it's like a textile. So this is the industry that you have to go through. Okay, and then of course the business model and technology, we are talking about of course what kind of the business model that you want to follow. In the previous chapter, if you still remember, we do have like Potter strategies. That is the business model. And we do have like um what we call um I'm so sorry. I also forget. Okay, the Potter strategies is like a diamond. Diamond shape there is showing that the particular investment, that business model that we want to go for our business technology. And the fourth one, we have market opportunities. We do also have what is the particular opportunity we can gain, okay, when we are start with the business. Okay, uh as I mentioned before, if you still remember, wherever there will be a problem, okay, there will be a opportunity. And we don't have to look into that the problem is just totally the problem. Somehow it we can be converted into market opportunities. Okay, I give very simple example. We believe this kind pandemic COVID-19, okay, the cases in Selangor and Kuala Lumpur is quietly increasing. It's not like quite, but increasing rapidly and very excessive. So I wish that everybody, my students, okay, please take care yourself. Please only just go out wherever that is necessary. Okay, don't go out in a pool or in the groups. Okay, because it can actually harming your risky. Okay, it's harm, what I'm trying to say. Yeah, it's risky. Okay, so I hope that if you still that not necessary to go out, don't go out. Okay, yeah, it's this kind. Okay, COVID-19, this trend right nowadays, I believe that is quite more stronger than before. I think that because they see the people also not afraid with them. Okay, we not afraid with COVID-19, so they also will be more stronger. Okay, so I hope that yeah, please take care yourself. All right, and then okay, the example is relate on that. So I all of a sudden I already go with the flow, right? Okay, so of course whereby the COVID-19 is come around, there is a lot of the business, especially, okay, I'm looking into the perspective on the business, is affected too. Of course, the business is will saying that they will be slow down, but in other way around, do you see some of the market opportunities is a rise? Example, for those who are doing in the pharmaceutical products, okay, for example, they are doing mask, produce mask, they are producing the what we call hand sanitizer and glove, everything like what we call in order to yeah, cover up your face, right? So that is the particular industry right now and market. They have huge demand, especially who are doing the mask, right? Okay, and in another way around, when come to this pandemic, of course before this maybe the hospital is look like I can say comfortable, okay, comfortable, but nowadays is quite packed. Okay, but still in industry of the what we call um health. Okay, in the health industry is considered also huge demand. And how about the job opportunities? Job opportunities related to these hospital facilities, okay? The X-ray man, okay? What else? Those doctors, okay, the assistant, okay, medical assistant, they have like like high demand on that, okay? And I believe also in other way around, okay, the industry regarding like laboratories, okay, also have the huge opportunities. And if I just mention about more on pharmaceutical and health industry, why the another way around? You see, in terms of the services like Grab, okay, in terms of Lala Mover, what else, Bungkusit, Panda, Food Panda, okay. So it's all around have the market opportunities nowadays, okay. Back in then, also all the what we call regarding like express, okay, like we do have GNT right now, right? We have Ninja Van. Who else? We have like, yeah, the common is Post Laju. Okay, which is not so laju lah, because they already have the rival. Okay, do you see that? And another more, the online market. Okay, last night I watched this Prime News. They said the government also granted in the previous budget on what we call for this online business to have rampant and excessive their market on that. Okay, because people have to stay at home. So what's the another that can do? Okay, instead of maybe they just stay at home cooking and do all the house chores, another things they can do is by doing shopping, but shopping online, right? Do you see that? So if you realize also in the YouTube and everybody are sharing their recipe, okay, food, okay, recipe and what interesting activity that you can do while you are staying at home. So this is the thing, okay? And people also keep on getting the earning the income from YouTube. YouTubers are keep on pulling their likers, okay, and subscribers, okay, in order to get the income. So this is the market opportunities. Do you see that? And then we also have the exit strategy whereby okay, in order to exit, meaning to say in here, what is the another options, okay? Instead of to maybe like to just proceed with the business, and maybe the another way around, okay, the another is to exit the strategy by to shut down or close down, or maybe we have to do some mergers and acquisition. Also later we go on this thing, okay, because it's been mentioned also in this topic, okay. All right, so publicly, I think that I'm wrong pronunciation. Publicly, okay, publicly raise equity, okay, meaning to say how you want to get equity from the public, okay. Initial public offering, IPO, flotation, going public, and listing are just some of the terms used when the company obtains a quotation on the stock market. So I give very simple example like Malaysia, we have Kuala Lumpur Stock Exchange. For those who are, maybe some of you are joining like what we call like forex, or maybe you are joining in the kind of business, okay, who are doing this like stock option and so forth. So this is mostly related with this what we call as publicly raised equity, whereby under Kuala Lumpur Stock Exchange, for example, the listed company will be announcing on who want to actually buy their stock, okay. So yeah, of course, when they call as Kuala Lumpur Stock Exchange, they will listed the company, and the company will announcing or whatever the stock that they want to actually sell to the public. Okay, bear in mind because they have two. Number one is the private, okay, private equity, or second one we have public equity. So public equity mostly they will be announced to the public. So wherever we or other people or other companies, mostly companies, they interested to buy the stocks, okay, from that particular company who's selling their options, okay, selling their stock in public. So they will do for that, but they will waiting for the announcing on that. All right, so they have the four main stages on the initial public offering. So the first one, they will planning and preparation, okay. Of course, before we announcing and offering, okay, the stock to be sell to the public, okay, they have to plan and they have to prepare. Okay, the number one, selecting the underwriter and advisor, solicitor and accountant. Underwriter meaning to say in order to write down in the particular of the agreement of the stock, selling stock, okay, because you want to offering to the third party. And then strategic discussion, of course, whether is the right time in order to sell to the public. Sometimes it's not the right time. So that's why when you are involving in this kind of the stock, okay, I can say game of the stock options and so forth, mostly there will be like a lot of the strategy. For those who are playing with this thing, maybe you not playing lah, but investing on this thing, I might say that there is a lots of discussion strategy on this. And preparing the schedule. Okay, there will be when is the right time, where is the time they want to go for public. Okay, and then the second one, structuring, because once you offering, okay, to the third party, they will prepare the prospectus. Okay, what the advantage. Okay, what is the strength and what you can offer to the public that when they bought your stock. Okay, when they buying your stock, and of course there will be due diligence. Okay, due diligence in here meaning to say in terms of the do and don'ts. Okay, what actually been expected in the agreement, okay, in the stock. Okay, and of course there will be enterprise valuation. So enterprise valuation meaning to say there will be start to go for the price. They value the stock. Okay, how much it should be go. Maybe in the 10 years ago the stock will be low price, but when after 10 years, maybe in this current time, there will be totally different. The price will be hiking up. Okay, so there is the valuator. I think that the person who been in charge in order to do this valuation, there will be, of course, it's come from that particular company who want to offering the stock. Okay, and the third one, realization and marketing. They will publishing the prospectus. They start to publish it, okay, and offering, and there will be like some briefing analysis. Okay, people will say about what is the strength, what is the opportunities that you get, what is the priority that you can offer to those the public, and they will start to contacting the investor. So of course, when start with this, they already have the potential, actually the name, the list of the name of the potential investor, and then they will go for the fourth stages, which is the price determination and secondary market. So they try to actually determine the price, and then there will be like a method of allocations. Okay, method of allocation meaning to say to allocate who is deserve to get this 20%, who is deserve to get this 10%. Is sorry, it depend on how much that the affordability of the prospect investor. Because why? When we're talking about this prospect investor, of course, it's come from the background of the company itself. Okay, because they want to make sure that this company able, okay, to make sure that they afford. Okay, number one, of course, it's about afford to buy, and they're looking into the background of the company too, whether it's sustainable or not. Okay, I believe that mostly the another company who are buying the another stocks options from the another company will be totally have a very stable in terms of their financial growth. And then in terms of the first trading day, they start with the trading, meaning the options, meaning the equity, okay, meaning the stock is already in the market and start to be sell out. Okay, and of course we go with the second one. So this is financing option at different stages of the business life cycle. If you still remember the previous topic, okay, I also mentioned about like S curve, like business life cycle, right? So this is the thing that it start with like seed. Seed is like it start from small, okay, means to say start from scratch. It's like introduction stage, okay, and then they go with the startup, okay. So this is actually in a part of the growth, okay, and expansion start to growth slowly. Okay, and the last one is actually if in the PLC curve, product life cycle curve, this is introduction, this is a growth, this is maturity, and this is decline. But India start with seed. Okay, it start with seed, and then they start with seed. After that, they slowly start up, and then they start with the and then after startup they go with expansion, they start to growth, and then we go to maturity. So maybe we can have some discussion on this thing. Okay, if you see the red color here, so mostly in the part of level seed and startup is still the owner's equity, still belong to the authority of the owners and equity. Okay, and then they do have the people surrounded, okay, the financing, because we are focusing on here. Okay, um yeah, okay, maybe I should do something on this. Yeah. All right. So this is the for the financing. Okay. As you can as you can see in here, right? Maybe I should draw. Mm, yeah. Here. Okay. All right. So if you see from here, yeah, it start with the owner's equity. Uh, is refer back to financing. Okay, as mentioned here, financing, right? So it's still the authority power is come from the owner, and the family, friends, and the business angel is still in this part, seed and startup, because in term of different stages on the business life cycle, because the financing part is come from them. And when the company is starting to have in the part of the startup, okay. Okay, and I believe also for the family, friend, and business angel, the startup is already in here, and they start to have this government back scheme. So mostly like for those who are listen up to our prime minister announcing on many actually grant scheme for those entrepreneurs, okay, in Malaysia. So during this pandemic COVID-19, so this is the way around that you can locate from here. Okay, and I believe that the one that been mentioned by our prime minister is like from PUNB. Okay, and then we also got from Penjana. Okay, if I'm wrong, I'm so sorry. Yeah, yeah. You can see in here, I'm just like writing like the kindergarten student. Okay, so this is some of the existent. Okay, for Malaysian, for those who they want to go for this government backup scheme. Okay, so this is the government helping some in order to have some financing part on that, and then also we have the venture capital. So venture capital start to have like equity just now because it start to expand, and when they start to expand, actually, they start to have their own department, they have their own what we call employees, and then I believe also they start to grow and yeah, grow and expand, and after that, if you realize also is the strength is will be like an expansion in here, right? So when come to the maturity, they start to have this bank overdraft and term loans, meaning to say, because the company is already considered bigger and stable, so they have this financing, and bank overdraft and term loan can be given by the bank to the particular company who wish the bank believe that they have the stable in terms of their financing growth. And they will start to have the trade credit, debt factoring, leasing, and the last one, they have publicly raised equity IPO that I mentioned just now. So in other words, meaning to say when you already at this stage, maturity stage, you can go around with this three term, okay, meaning to say the more financing option that you can have in your company. All right. So I'm moving to this thing, okay, because this notes is come from Australia, right? From Aussie. So I don't think so. They do have like I be mentioned here PUNB Pejana, because this is only just in our current country, in Malaysia, okay, implemented in Malaysia but not in overseas. Okay, all right. So in the government back scheme or backup scheme, okay, there is a scheme display one or several of the following criteria, which is number one, they are focused on the specific stage on the firm development, which is seed, startup, or expansion. Because why I said so in here, if you can see, okay, at the seed startup and also expansion, whereby in terms of the financing option is very considered low. In the owner's equity, family friends, and business angel, it depends. Sometimes business angel they have also like quite high in terms of their financing that can giving to you, or maybe they want to invest to you, right? Okay, but in here they start with the specific stage. Okay, meaning to say at the seed, startup, or expansion, but not at the maturity, because maturity mostly at this stage they already stable. They already have their own strength, they have their own powerful authority to gain from the three terms that I mentioned before. And they mostly aim to support SME. For those do not know what's mean SME, SME is defined as small medium enterprise. And the size to qualify for funding can be determined in the different ways. Okay, so meaning to say in here, most probably what to say, because they locate, okay, sometimes like 10,000 or maybe 5,000 for the startup, small portions, small amount for the small medium enterprise. It's not like company enterprise, sorry, it's not like company like private limited company or like company corporations, okay, because that one is considered maturity. Okay, and the size to qualify for funding can determine in different ways. As I mentioned just now, it can get from government backed schemes. Sometimes somehow they get from the what we call just now, from the angels, okay, business angels, from the family friends, and then they also get from the owner's equity. And they usually target specific industry. So most probably they go for biotechnology. So because our subject is more on new venture creation, right? More on innovation. So they're focusing more on the biotechnology and electronics. Okay. And somehow, of course, the government backup, because why? Because this industry is probably in trending, number one, and also involving high costs, especially this one. Okay, and biotechnology mostly they do R&D, research and development. And of course, when there is a new things in the market and it's really important, for example right now people are saying about like vaccine for COVID-19, right? There is a part of the biotechnology. Okay, because why? Because they're hunting for that. Some say the vaccine have been found, and when they can give to the those vaccine to the public. Okay, and if you realize in Saudi Arabia, the king is the first one who get this vaccine, because there is a lot. If you read from the news, right, there is the pro and cons when you are doing. Sometimes they said when you get the vaccine there will be side effect on that, but bear in mind they keep on until now, they keep on doing this biotechnology and R&D on that. And maybe I can share a little bit. Okay, there is more on AI, like artificial intelligence, so I saw this is also from the news that I watched a few days ago. Okay, in television, of course. Okay, and I see this is a one particular what we call, I think I already told you about this, right? There is a one shop in China. What they did was they not hiring people as a salesman and sales guru, So what they did is they do like AI. AI is artificial intelligence, like robotic, in order to assist those the customer in order to buy uniform school. Cause so can you imagine that boutiques of attire like clothes to selling these uniform schools is been they're not hiring people, of course, because of the pandemic too, I believe, because they don't want to have like what we call face to face, and there will be in term of SOP, right? When you are setting those the robotic to entertain the customer, maybe they have less risk in term of to have like infection of this COVID-19, right? Pandemic. So that's a good thing, because and the robotic can do, I can say that very good job, because assisting they want to find out where is the size, is it for the girl or boy, uniform school, and that is one of these biotechnology too. And often focus on R&D and the commercializations of innovation. So nowadays it's a trending of the artificial intelligence AI. So I believe that a lot. Okay, as maybe one, maybe you can't imagine what I'm trying to say, but the another way around, maybe like in McDonald, right? You realize or not, they have like self kiosk for those the customer, less contact. Okay, meaning to say you do like transaction on buying and selling, just swipe the card, and you also have to point like you do your own what we call ordering system on that. So that is also to the good thing is to actually cut in terms of too many labor workers, okay, too many labor like cashier, okay, meaning to say um man labor, okay, by replacing with the kiosk, okay, the human will lost the job and the kiosk will have getting more and more in the in those restaurant, right? And I believe the another fast food restaurant also starts to following on that. Okay, and then okay, we go with this purpose of the financial information. Okay, so what is the purpose or what is the objective, okay, to have the financial information? Yeah, the first one is saying that the objectivity, okay, meaning to say there will be like objective on that particular thing, okay, because in terms of the objectivity, meaning to say what is your objective, okay, maybe you want to see the flow, okay, you want to see whether there will be a profit or loss, of course, PNL, and you want to see also the system of the what we call financial system is balanced or not, okay. There will be like more on losses or more on profit, so there will be like a balance sheet and so forth. So of course they want looking into the whether, okay, the company financial growth is in the healthy or in the bad situation. Of course, the objectivity and the financial expectation in here is looking into what been expected by from, let's say, financial institution. Let's say you want to get some like assistance from the bank, okay, so of course the bank will be looking into how stable this company all about, and of course the amount that you apply for your loan, example, is the radical, can I say radical, like logic, or is it uh how to say that, visible enough, is it visibility enough to combat, okay, in the kind of this pandemic, at the same time you have to survive your company as well. So there will be a lot of the expectation from the bank itself, okay. And the third one, in terms of the statutory requirements, okay, so looking into the statutory requirement, they're looking into, okay, this one maybe like a bank, okay. Okay. I'm so sorry if like this handwriting is a kindergarten handwriting. So the objectivity, we're looking into the profit and loss, P&L. Huh? It's about profit and loss. Okay. MashaAllah. I hope that you can bear with me. Profit and loss. And for actually, I really want to write down in the whiteboard. Okay, and the statutory requirement is looking into like the legal system. Okay, like Malaysia, we have BNM. Bank Negara Malaysia, or what we call Central Bank of Malaysia. So BNM have the power, okay, in terms of maybe let's say this particular person is have the eligibility to do the business, and certain of the business they don't want people who are already bankruptcy, okay, no sitos, no secrets, maybe you know what I'm trying to say, right? So it have to be referred to the statutory requirements on that, okay. And viability and the profitability, meaning to say in terms of whether the company like this profit and loss, it should be viable means to this, it should be stable. It should be stable. If the company is not stable, how actually you want to convince to make the business? It's only like last last around 1 month, after that you already shut down your company. So we don't want like that. We want, once you start the business, is lasting. Okay, and then there will be a goal setting. Of course, when we go with the goal setting, we go with the vision. Okay, we go with the mission. Okay, we have the vision, and then we do have the mission. Okay, and also we do have the company objective and goal, right? Okay, and then we do have the sales of venture. Okay, how much that you want to do for your venture sales. Okay, for example, like above, if you still remember, in term of the equity, in term of the uh how much that you want to go for public, for example. And then performance appraisal in term of the performance of the company itself, in term of the financial health. Financial health in here meaning to say, if the company have very good repo, maybe in term of the debt, they're able to settle down before the due date, there is no bad debt. So the financial health is okay. Meaning to say the green color. Okay. This is only just who want to give the red, yellow or green color. Of course, there will be like a financial forecaster. Okay, for meaning to say, it's come from bank mostly. The institution who are looking into your prospect of the company. So there will financial help on your performance in terms of this. So from looking into your financial information, they know how actually your company is growing and moving. Alright, and then we moving to the types of the financial information, which is forecast, how you predict. Okay, so there will be like a few here. Okay, this is the thing they look into. So when you are doing your group assignment, so you can see actually from their operating budget, from their cash flow budgets and pro forma statement, you can indicate some comment. You can critique. Oh, I see that the company is not good. There is a lots of negative. For example, as looking into here, this is the pro forma for what for call format for the profit and loss statement. Okay, so we go here first. Okay, this is the operating budget looking into the sales forecast and cost, current and capital. And for the cash flow budget is go for the inflow and outflow. And for the pro forma statement, they have profit and loss, which is the balance sheet. Okay, so you can see in here, this is regards the revenue. They got 100,000. For this is, I believe they're using the Aussie, because Aussie dollar, 100,000 Aussie dollar, and the end they have net profit after tax is 27,000. After they deduct with these operating and expenses, I can say it still profit, because why? It show positive statement in here. But if let's say it's negative, let's say in here, let's say in here is you have 30,000. Example, 30,000, and the total expenses is 60,000. Can you imagine that? Okay. Um yeah, after 30,000 divide with 60,000, negative 30,000, and negative 30,000 have to divide by 13,000, and you get how much? 11,000 negative. So meaning to say the company is trouble. Right? So if let's say have negative, the company is trouble. But if like this, they have positive, so meaning to say it's okay. It's okay. Consider the company is having profit. Plus profit, negative is losses. Okay. So the format of the balance sheets. Okay. So this is the thing. Okay. What you have to undergo is like this. See the revenue, see the operating expenses. Okay. And see the net profit after tax. Then you can figure out the company is having profit or losses. Okay. And also for the format balance sheet, you can see the amount. Okay. Um, because if I'm not mistaken, in here, okay, if you can see, asset is equals to liabilities plus with the owner's equity, if I'm not mistaken. Alright, so when you can see the amount is totally like here same, okay. Uh, of course the company is having a good balance sheets, okay. The format like this: asset, okay, balance sheet equals to, okay, asset must be equals to liabilities plus owner equity. Okay. So if here 231, right? And maybe you can do calculation 124 plus 17100 equals to 231 231, right? You can see that 231 231. So it will be equal and it's balanced. Okay. And for the analyzing financial data, we have here financial ratio guides to the operations, profitability ratio for the owners. Okay. This is because we want to analyze, right? Maybe this is one of the guidance for you when you want to analyze part of the financial data in that particular firm that you want to do your group assignment. Okay, so financial ratio for guides to operation, we have profitability ratio. Number one is for the owner. So profitability ratio, mostly the owner of the company will looking into all that. And efficiency ratio is for the managers, and liquidity ratios is for the creditors. Creditors meaning to say who is willing to give you the loan. For example, okay, like this. Sorry, yeah, creditors. Uh, yeah, yeah. So meaning to say, um let's say the bank willing to give you, of course they will looking into your liquidity ratio. The bank will look into your liquidity ratio to see whether the company have a good in term of their liquidity ratio. And then we have the capital budgeting methods. We do have payback, net present value, internal rate of return. This thing you learn in subject financial account, financial, in maybe like introduction to finance or financial accounting. Okay, so I believe that this is the what we call formula on how you want to go with the profitability ratio. But bear in mind, for our subject, we not go into further that you have to calculate. So you just give me whether there in term of the profitability ratio is good, bad, or low, or maybe uh yeah, of course, you might say to me, how we want to identify the high or low if we not calculate it? Yeah, but yeah, that is the thing that this is the formula. Okay, you can go for it, right? Net profit margin. Okay, there will be like net profit before tax after that sales turnover. Mostly, the details of the company is giving this amount, and what you have to do is like to calculate on this, return on equity and return on asset, net profit before tax, divide by total assets. Okay, so this is for the profitability ratio. And the second one, we do have liquidity ratio. Okay, current ratio meaning current asset divide by current liabilities, and liquidity ratio, current asset minus trading stock and the current liabilities. And for the efficiency ratio, this is the third one, which is asset turnover sales divided by total assets, and the ownership ratio will be owner's equity will be divided to the total assets, and debt to equity ratio, external debts divided by owner equity, and stock turnover, annual cost of goods, and average stock on hand. Okay, so yeah, this one I don't have shortcut for this. Maybe what you should do is looking into that. If there needs you to calculate, you have to calculate on that. But I believe that you no need to the certain extent to go deeper on to do your analysis on that. But what you have to do is more on yeah, to give your opinion, okay, whether it's good or bad and so forth. And this is a decision support system, okay, in order to do your of course in financial part, and this is all I can say like more on software, software. Like accounting student, they do have like UBS software, so you can tracking in term of your financial variables. So this is the thing, computer based software managing financial resources, financial planning applications. So most probably all these are involving system software, and there will be like sensitive analysis and modeling complex interaction. So after all, this is involving software, and the term loan, so they do have a few here, as you can see. There will be term loan, okay. In the term loan, they have a few that been tested in here. The element in term loan, they have five C's. 5C, not 4P's. 5 C's of the credit. They have character, willingness of the debtor to meet the financial obligation. Debtor who is, let's say we have you, and this is bank. Okay. So you we call as debtor. Bank is the creditor. Because this institution who give credit to you. Credit what? Credit of money. Let's say you using uh what we call credit card. Credit card is considered creditor. Okay. So sorry. Credit card is considered as the tools that been given by the bank to you, lending money to you by using this credit card. Meaning to say it's bank money, not your money. It's different from debit card. Debit card is your money. Okay. So credit card, they giving, the creditor is giving to the debtors. So you as the debtors, you have to pay, right? Okay. And the second one, we have capacity. Okay, capacity is the ability to meet the financial obligation out of the operating cash flow. Okay, meaning to say, to meet financial obligation, meaning to say you pay on time, pay your your debt, uh, your debt on time, meaning not due date. Okay, and the capacity, the ability to meet financial obligation out of the operating flow, cash flow. So meaning to say, you able to pay, able to pay at the right amount. You have debt 100, but you pay only 50. It's not right. Okay, you to pay at the right amount. Masya Allah, I'm so sorry, yeah. At the right amount. Struggle, to write this. I don't have like tablet or what. Oh, I can use this. Oh no, I can't use this. Pay or at the right amount. So if you have your debt 100, so you have to pay 100. Okay. Contribution, the amount of money the entrepreneur is putting into the project. So meaning to say how much, okay, you want to put. Let's say you want to start up your business is 50,000 or maybe 1,000. Okay, we just go with the small amount first. 1,000. So that is the contribution of the money. Collateral, asset pledge as security. Collateral, in other words, is like, can I say is like mortgage. Ah, you know mortgage or not? It's like for your insurance. Mortgage. How to okay. Asset pledge as security. Let's say you want to do the business, and then of course sometimes like bank, okay, when they used to give you like a big amount of like loan, the example. So what is in the your collateral? So you will pledge like your house. This is what Tony Fernandez did with his partner. Okay, his do collateral his own house. Okay, his own house as a security. If let's say I can't pay, you can seize. When I say seize, meaning to say you can take my home. You can take my house because it's already assurance as the security collateral. And then conditions, general economic condition related to the applicant business. For example, like industry, business cycles, community, fiscal condition. So this is regards to the condition of economic. Let's say right now, right? Okay, certain of the location in Asia, I believe they have been what we call as flooded with the raining. Oh, sorry, raining heavily. Okay, raining heavily and then flooding. Okay, flood, right? Maybe say flash flood and whatever, but is flooding. Okay, so what actually the conditions of the economic, certain bank in Malaysia is giving something like what we call moratorium. Moratorium meaning to say you have the right to not pay during this disaster time because of your condition. But in the case of the business must be located in the place that having the flood. But not like maybe you in KL, all of a sudden you claiming, oh, my business is having flooding. But all of a sudden when they do something like investigation, your business is well, your shop is well. There is no flood after all, not effect the flood. The flood stipulated can state, if I'm not mistaken, Sabah right now, they do Pahang, Johor, Kelantan, Terengganu. So that is the state now right now. Okay. So that is due to the condition, general economic condition related to the applicant business. So it can be because of this particular of this disaster, natural disaster that we can predict, or maybe in terms of this pandemic nowadays due to the COVID. So this is also, you can goes into like conditions of the applicant business because you've been given this privilege to apply this loan, blah blah blah, due to the pandemic, due to the COVID-19. So this is also one of these conditions, okay, term loan. And I believe that all the institution, financial institution nowadays, they try to revise and do well in order to make sure that all their debtors are able to seek for the good facilities from them. And as the summary, you can see in here, why they have, oh, okay, there is a case study here. All right. As the summary, financial information management is important for the variety of different reasons, of course, and documents can be either historical or forecast. So when we're talking about historical, is mostly likely will be like 5 years back. They say right now is 2021, right? Year 2021. So they will go into like 2021. It start with like this year, 2020, 2019, 2018, and 2017. So the least and minimal year is 2017. Okay. But when they say forecast, forecast meaning in future. So this year is 2021. There will be 2022, 2023, 2024, 2025. So by 2025, what is this company expected to be? So they will be predicting on that. Predicting in terms of predict the financial growth by looking into the historical back, 5 years back. Several different key document needed will be like sales mix, cash flow, P&L, profit and loss, and also balance sheets. And others will be like personal drawings. Drawings in here is not painting. Personal drawing is withdraw. You withdraw your money. And asset may be also useful. And analysis of the financial data can focus on profitability ratio, liquidity ratio, and also efficiency ratio. And you can see who is looking into on that particular area in your firm that you locate for your group assignment. And the process of collecting financial information is achieved by recording data from numerous different sources. Okay, so of course, it's not a very easy way. Okay, uh we have to go with that. Okay, we have to go with that, and we have to do a lot, okay, of the research, especially when the company want to propose the business, okay, in biotechnology research and development. They need high costing on that, because technology involving investment in high cost. It's not just 1 cent, 2 cent, 1 ringgit, $1. It's involved sometimes thousand billion. All right, so I'm done with today topic, and inshallah I will try to do the another topic. We'll go around, but at the same time I want you to go a long way with your assignment, group assignment, and make sure you focus on it, okay, and try your best, because I already shared with you all the video by Dr. Chandran regarding how to do the assignment. Actually, the video is shared by him. Okay, I do not know whether you can access on Moodle, but what I did was I converting it in order to make sure that it convert into YouTube. Okay, so you can do it, and you can view it, and you can see on how to do that assignment. Okay, that's all for today. Okay, but make sure you have to do the group report and also your individual reflection. Individual reflection meaning to see your give your opinion on how the group assignment process is all about. Your opinion only, maybe just like 1 to 2 pages is enough. Okay, for the group assignment is you have to give more what we call more effort, because it's 50% on that. I hope you can do your best on that. Okay, thank you for now, and assalamualaikum, and please take care. Please stay at home. Okay, take care, and yeah, bye bye.